Our masks revealed. I had a series of incredible and powerful conversations with educators around the country this week, and we talked a lot about the experience and the impact of wearing masks at schools, the positives, the negatives, the hidden opportunities, and some of the conversations that are not happening at a critical moment in time. So one of the things we need to help students and teachers understand is if they feel different wearing a mask, if they feel anxious, panicky, claustrophobic, what is happening in their body? Are they running out of oxygen? Are they running into increased carbon dioxide levels and concentration? If we can help them understand the physiology, we can avoid this catastrophic, vicious cycle where they begin to put their experience in the box of psychology because they don't have another box to put it in. They don't understand what's happening in their body and their brain. And this ultimately reflects on their own mental health and on the mental health of the students that they're working to teach in this complex. I breathe in oxygen, I breathe out carbon dioxide. When we increase carbon dioxide concentration, even slightly, this is detected by the brainstem. The brainstem is measuring constantly for carbon dioxide levels, not oxygen levels. You'll find that your blood is saturated with oxygen. At any given time, it's 97 to 99% saturated with oxygen. So what your brainstem is picking up on to regulate breathing is the levels of carbon dioxide that it detects. And if you are carbon dioxide intolerant, which so many people are, this is going to drive changes in your respiration rate, and that's going to drive changes in your physiology that can feel a lot like panic and anxiety. Helping students and educators understand, A, what steps they can take to make that experience a lot less uncomfortable so they can actually get to the reason that they're in the room together, which is teaching and learning, is an incredibly important thing that we need to invest in right now. The other conversation that isn't happening is this isn't only about physiology, it's about psychology. What happens when you cover 3/4 of someone's face for the better part of a year? What happens when students can't read the lips of the teachers that they're working to listen to? And the teacher has to project their voice even higher to be heard and is ultimately blowing off more carbon dioxide, which is concentrated in a mask. This is a vicious cycle of potential stress and anxiety. And if the teacher is experiencing high levels of arousal, stress, anxiety, that is translated to the kids. Stress and anxiety are as contagious as any virus. This is why we need to act to get breath education in the classroom. Our hope is that we can leverage this really challenging moment in time and ultimately have learned more about our body, our brain, and our breath. Ultimately, learn and extract the lessons from COVID so that we are healthier both mentally and physically, and ultimately look back on this opportunity and say we worked to mitigate this vicious cycle of stress and anxiety at a critical time. We acted, and ultimately we were better off. The education field and industry was better off because the teachers and the students had to learn to innovate and adapt at a critical moment, and that is the skill set of the future.